Greetings everyone, today I would like to continue my random talk about the random stuff, and I would like to continue from where I left. I was talking about this dark side, or this black faith that exists here in Mongolia. When you watch the Star Wars, when you think about this black armored dude, this Darth Vader is chasing after his son, and this urging him to join the dark side, and dark side is better than this your bright side and something like that. You think it's a fantasy, but for a Mongolian it's not a fantasy. There is this word, this meaning a deep division or big divided. It's harsharara huagdach, meaning to be divided as a yellow and black, something like that. And I'm in this harkhun, meaning I'm a man. I'm a how to say, I'm not lama, I'm this commoner, something like that. So a common man is called harkhun, something like that. And these harkhuns, these black men, has their own faith, their own this religion, or this gods, etc., etc. Why? It is because this, when this Buddhism arrived, they had this this like 10 commandments, like this: do not lie, do not like this, and this, in order to save your soul, there is no woman, there is no like this alcohol, and etc., etc. So there's some men are like this. Really, it's like this. I don't believe that. We are like living for thousands of years. This, and you suddenly claim that if you do this stuff, you are going to save your soul. What are this in this? What a strange logic, something like that. So the commoners, some men stayed in their dark existence, and there are those who are in a very this in enlightened shape and something like that. So yeah, something like that. So the reason why I sounded a bit this serious that day, it is because there was a quite serious this weather change here in Mongolia. And when I went camping, this, I was in a hilltop where you can climb within like 10 minutes, and it was cool up there and windy, but in the down there was this somewhat hot. So I was enjoying this cooler weather, and I could see that there was some distant roaring, and this storm in the distance. And I thought it was this something that is in the distance, but within like a few minutes it came, and it hit so hard, it blew so hard, and this cold, this rain, this droplets were like this this heating like this, and I could not like even open my eyes, and I had to crawl down downhill, and I felt that I was very vulnerable to a lightning strike, because the lightning was so close. It felt so close when there is this zap, and you hear this boom, and every time there was boom, I was like stopping. This, but something inside me told me that this stopping, because when you hear this boom, it means the lightning is already struck. You need to be afraid of this light. So I was crawling in this floor, basically on my back. You cannot like climb down standing, because you are afraid of lightning heat. and you know, it took me like I don't know, quite long time to descend. I found one big tree. I was standing there, hoping the tree is like, you know, this safe place, but you know, this lightning struck above, and it felt so, you know, this so close, and I thought, you know, this maybe this wood tree might attract some, you know, this lightning. So I went further down. Basically, there was no other, you know, this. There was just the empty hills. There was no, you know, other forest and something like that to shelter myself. In the valley, there was some cows and horses, and I thought, you know, these cows and horses know something about, you know, this being safe. So I went there, and when I was like descending there, there was a tall grass, and there's a swampy area, and my feet became wet. Everything was basically wet, but my feet felt wet. So I thought, it's bad. If my feet is wet, I'm you know, basically a big, you know, this lightning attractor. So I need to get you know, get out of this swamp, something like that. And when I was like passing those cows and the horses, one gray horse looked at me, and he or she, basically I think it was he did something like this with his nose. So humans cannot do such, you know, this big nose, in this nose sound. He did. So I was like, you know, maybe this horse might bite me, so I have to like you know, just move away from it. And I was thinking, you know, this bad stuff, you know, this well, this is, you know, this year of a horse. I just saw horse, and I'm like, this is year of horse. You're like a mouse, and this is going to be a harsh jit. Harsh jit means harsh year, and I need to be careful. You know, this, and also I blamed my, you know, friends. I told them that it says tomorrow is going to be storm. Is it okay to go camping? Something like that. You know, my friends messaged me that don't be, you know, you know, don't be so, you know, this, how to say, you know, that don't be so bad, or something like that. Don't be so nerdy, something like that. Come on, you know, let's go, something like that. So I was like, I should not, you know, listen to these people, something like that. So I was thinking, you know, this bad stuff, and then I realized that I'm thinking, you know, too much. So I thought, if I think too much, I guess there will be lots of, you know, this light, this electricity in my head. So the lightning might, you know, strike me. So I'm like, you know, don't think, and I found, you know, this toilet, you know, the cabin, wooden. I entered it, and I stayed there, and you know, the strong wind and, you know, this lightning was, and I stayed there for like 10 minutes, and it was gone. And later I you know, learned from, you know, this YouTube that there was, you know, this tornado in in Mongolia, in western area, something like that. And I thought, you know, I was lucky not to face such, you know, this winds. It was, you know, lightning storm. It was frightening, but it's not like this, you know, this tornado. And must say, this is very rare in Mongolia, very rare. And we usually think that it's always happening in USA, but never in Mongolia. But it happened, and it seems, you know, weather is changing, and at the time when there was lightning zap and there's a boom, I thought, this God is angry with me, and something like that. So at that day when I was making video, I guess I was a little bit, this serious about this stuff. So at that day I felt miserable. I also felt that there's two beings inside me. One is the one who made a decision. The second is constantly, bitching about this decision. Going toward this tree was a bad idea. Going toward the swamp was a bad idea. Something like that. So, yeah. What else? I guess I have to end this video here because it's getting too long, and it's going to hard for me to upload very long video. So I guess I have to cut it here, and I'm going to continue in my next video.